Hey guys, sorry that I'm late. I'm sorry that I am late. Hey sis, I'm putting a link in there now. I'm putting a link in here so you can come on in. Now, I'm playing devil's advocate. I think that I learned this from my right hand. She'll be coming in a second. She's up in the chat now. But a lot of people are going to be mad at me, but I'm going to give the update about Nature Boy, and then we're going to get into the bishop, uh, LAMOR Whitehead, because this is just too much going on. Um, First and foremost, True was having a rant. I'm not too sure if it was early this morning or last night. There was a YouTuber. Hey, sis.
Hey.
Hold on. Let me drink some of this water real quick.
Lessons and lessons, people. Blessings and lessons.
That's right. So there was a YouTuber that was playing it on Instagram. True was having a rant because he felt like y'all know how to get in contact with Nature Boy if you really want to reach out to him. So I guess he's not respecting and understanding why nobody is trying to support Nature Boy. I don't know why he would think people are obligated to report to support him. He did some real messed up stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he's paying for it. So yeah, so he went on a rant, trying to represent. He should be Nature Boy's lawyer because he just was going on his old lady because he just went on a rant about how people are basically not doing right by Nature Boy. Who owes Nature Boy anything? Do you have something to say?
That is True's daddy. That's not our daddy.
Exactly.
We had nothing to do with Nature Boy.
He was
had
getting
nothing
real,
to do with him.
Yep, he was getting real disrespectful. I don't know if it was this morning that video was from or yesterday, but he was going off, and he was going off because he feels as though that we should be doing more for Nature Boy as far as trying to get money up and also support him, while he's incarcerated. Yeah,
we are supporting. We are supporting him by him staying there.
Right.
We're doing our job.
Exactly. Yeah, because he needs Nature Boy needs help. And True needs help too because he's not getting it. He's not getting it.
He don't want to get it because it's not beneficial to him if he does get it. If True gets it, he's never going and be able to face reality. That I don't see True ever facing reality.
Well, all I know is that he thought it was cute at the time when he was doing it, and I don't know too many people that record everything that they do like he did and incriminates himself like he did. I don't feel bad for him, and I'm the type of person I do at times play devil advocate and I look at both sides. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't no looking at both sides with that situation. He's in there for a reason. He's trying to, like a lot of narcissists do, they try to act like they're the victims and they're the victimizers.
Right.
So yeah, so people like that, hate to say it, sometimes they need to sit down, maybe not forever, but sometimes they need to sit down with themselves and think about what they did and get rehabilitated because he's sick. He's sick. And the people that are still following him, which are not many, they're sick too. So
exactly. They all had traumas and issues they can't overcome, so they want to blame somebody else for it. Stop.
Then he says, which is sad. He goes, True goes, basically they're cutting off their relations with the public. Who cares? All you're doing is begging for either beans on Bigo or Cash Apps.
What? You're not going to ask for no more donations?
Right.
Oh my
That's
God.
all you're doing. That's all you're gonna do if you cut us off. You won't be able
You'll
to
starve. Go ahead and starve. You already skinny. You almost there anyway.
Because we already can see that check he's getting is not enough to take care of those women and himself. Hurt people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just really sad because don't nobody owe you nothing, bro. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how people get so comfortable in this day and age thinking that when they fall short, that strangers are supposed to be just come by and just and help them out. Like, come on now. I
Right,
know you.
right. Like it's a blessing when they do come and help you out. You're not supposed to take advantage of that.
Right, exactly. And they've
It's
done
not
it.
an obligation.
It's not an obligation at all. And they're making it an obligation. Who are you? You're not a real God. So we're not obligated to put in the pot. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no church services. I don't have to give you 20% of my income so you can live better than me in the jail, eating Slim Jims and oodles and noodles. Hey, I'm Saint Hudson. So make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in here. Hit the like button. It is free. So I also wanted to show you, y'all gonna be mad at me, but I don't care. I'm playing devil's advocate. Somebody said in the comment section, maybe if you did more research on Bishop LAMOR WHITEHEAD, you wouldn't be saying what you're saying. But let me just say this to you. I'm only going by the situation that happened that day when that woman came to his church and was being disruptive. I'm not going by that man's past life, what he did yesterday. I'm talking about what I heard that lady say when she had her camera on, looking into his car, showing everybody his car. Look at his G-Wagon. Look at his Rolls Royce or Bentley or whatever he had.
Right. I didn't see that clip. You got that clip because I see that clip. I only saw what happened when she was in the church.
Well, I looked at it on a YouTuber's channel. I don't really want to be messing with people's stuff. But she had her camera on. She was recording herself, and you could tell she was going in there full of hell. She went in there knowing she was about to cut up. And I just feel like this. You got in there and you got what you deserve. That's my opinion. Now,
you have your right for your opinion. You have your right. Yes.
Let me say this. If that was the case, that you came from my family, we didn't see there was, well, I'm just saying it's my opinion. If we didn't see it, I didn't see the part where he felt like his family was under attack. But if that is true, I said if that is true, then he had all rights to defend his family. To me, he wouldn't be a man. But I didn't see the footage of that. I just knew that the lady from her own cell phone recorded, she was going in there to stop some smoke. Her conversation was to go in there and start some smoke. And he already knew prior to her coming that there were people that were watching him. And she, I guess, has a podcast on YouTube, and they were out to get him. And she brought herself by herself into that man's church, and it just went left. And I feel as though she shouldn't have went in the first place. That's not the place. If you want to confront him, wait till he gets out the church, about to get in his car, then handle your business, man to woman. You don't. The other people that are in the services, they don't need to have to hear all that ruckus. They're there to give praise to God. So what do you have to say? Wait a minute, hold on. She was not the one that was attacked. Killer was only recording and wasn't expecting Tasha to do that. He still shouldn't have put his hands on her, period. Now people saying my word, period.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
So it does not matter if she came in with intent. I don't care what the setup was. At the end of the day, it was his responsibility as a preacher to treat people how they. If you're traumatized, because he said he was robbed a couple Sundays ago.
Yeah, he was.
That means you shouldn't be ready for the pulpit. You should not. I don't care what situation you're in.
Thank you.
If somebody, even if you have if you feel as though, because he did use the excuse that she might have a gun. Okay, you didn't see it.
True.
That's a woman confronting a woman. She wasn't even making eye contact with that man.
But see,
he is a preacher.
We were talking about domestic DV, I should say, because we gotta be careful with our words. We were talking about DV yesterday. Now, in certain situations, man ain't supposed to be putting their hands on it because a woman ain't took no trash.
Even in a situation, unless she had a gun, there's no reason. I'm sorry, I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but there's no reason for him to try to. First of all, she wasn't even looking at him. He grabbed her from the back of her head like he was used to it.
Okay, like he was. Okay, but what I'm trying to say to you is, sometimes women, and you know this is true, because we're women. We try to use he can't hit me, I'm a woman. And you're jumping up in the man's face, or you're coming up into his
She
church.
was not in his face. She was facing
I'm not saying
his wife.
no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm using examples of sometimes what women do to
Right.
trigger a man to hit her.
Right.
Because she's like, I'm a woman and he ain't supposed to put his hands on me. Listen, if you ain't acting like a lady, and in some cases, if you trying to put your hands on me, now she wasn't trying. I didn't say she was trying to put her hands on. He put
that, and
he.
I mean, it's his responsibility. They got deaconess there to handle that problem. Well, to get ghetto, he didn't have to put his hands on that woman. And if he was fearful that he could have treated her in another way. He was a preacher. It was his job.
Why was she going in? She wasn't going in because she.
It don't matter what if she was there for. She could be the devil walking in. It was his job as the preacher to handle his pulpit. Point blank, period. And he should not ever put his hands on any woman. I'm pretty sure his wife could have handled that, since he could have got robbed a couple of sermons ago. How we know his wife wasn't carrying something?
Right, but she's a preacher too, right? Isn't she a preacher too?
What, the wife?
Yeah.
Then she should have handled that. Yeah. There should there's no excuse in the world for a man to put his hands on a woman. He could have had that handled by the deaconess of the church.
He invited her to come to the.
And then he did invite her to come up there. So he was ready for the smoke. So he was ready for putting his hands on that woman.
But put it like this: they both was ready for the smoke. Because when she was outside, I heard that recording that she recorded from her phone.
If you walk in that type of situation,
she was ready for the smoke too.
Right. If you walk in that type of situation, get ready to put something to happen. But then he should be ready for that lawsuit.
Somebody did say that he stays at robbery in New York. The NYPD is still investigating the fake robbery. Yeah, because he's still wearing that ring. Yeah. His ex-wife was even saying it too. Listen,
hey y'all.
Hey,
I'm sorry. How y'all doing? I hope y'all had a good weekend.
You too.
Hope the family's good. Excuse the noise in the background.
Okay. That's all right.
I didn't see the whole video, and the robbery, was it filmed? Did they catch it on
it was filmed.
Video?
Yeah.
Oh, then that.
Pull it up. Yeah, I have to pull it up.
That was fake.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Ain't nobody robbing him for that fake chain. Ain't nobody robbing him for that fake chain.
Listen, I'm gonna show the
dressing like he dressed like the Riddler. Like robbing him
like the Joker. Listen, I'm
ain't nobody robbing him.
I'm gonna put on the footage of his camera showing what he wanted to show us, his evidence. What happened. So let's look at this. But he got some pretty good cameras in that church because it was real clear. You know how sometimes cameras footages be kind of hazy. So I was like, that's some good little footage in right there. Let's see what I seen on it, because I didn't look at the whole thing. I said I'm gonna just share it when I get on to the live, and then we can take it from there. So I said I don't condone men putting their hands on a woman. I'm just saying, if there's any truth, because I think their kids were there too. So if there was any truth to that, he had every right to, because sometimes women do stick up stuff and they be having the men in the closet and they rob the dude. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She could have been just the decoy to lure him some, you know what I'm saying? And then
but if he didn't see anything, then his reaction wasn't warranted. And for him to catch her in the back of her head when she wasn't even looking at him. She wasn't paying him no mind.
Well, sis, you know, there's sometimes you say stuff because you like to play devil's advocate.
I do.
Right. So today, all I'm doing is playing the devil.
I get you.
That's all.
Listen, I don't morally, on the surface level, the way we were raised, I don't agree that a man should put their hands on a woman. But coming from New York, on the street level, really out here, and you got to defend yourself, and sometimes morals are out the door. I personally didn't see the tape.
Well,
I didn't see the video.
Now. That's
this
what we're
man.
looking at now.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me see the volume work. Okay.
Oh,
I guess. I don't know. No, I guess there's no volume on this.
It probably was a
but that's
circuit.
All right there.
Yeah, there's no.
You see it?
Yeah, I see the lady.
So what?
Right.
It looks like she's starting a ruckus there, and then that's when he invites her up.
Don't invite me up if you know I'm starting a ruckus.
Well, I guess he was trying to think
And
he was
that
being
whole
a
thing
preacher.
with men don't put your hands on women, that whole thing was put into play because women are seen as the more meeker, the like less strong, the more
Right.
mild manner, softer, gentler of the sexes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That is
how
not
we? I
always
mean,
the case right now.
all
That's
right. Let me
facts.
let
That's
me
facts.
say
But
this.
men are still stronger than women. Point blank.
Okay. All
Period.
right.
Get your
Well,
cousin. Get
okay.
your
Let me
mama.
just
Get your auntie. Get your
let me
cousins.
pause this because everybody talking at the same time,
I'm
and
sorry.
I'm trying to say something to you. Now, let's not forget that.
Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not calling him right because this is the a-hole right here.
Oh, he.
I'm
Oh,
not
wait a minute. Hold
as
up.
right with
Oh
it. I'm
no,
not
he shouldn't have did that.
say.
It
I'm
looked like she was going towards the
The
wife sitting
wife.
over there on the white on wall. So
No, the
she.
wife. She was arguing with the wife.
Oh, that's why. Cause no, she was going towards the wife.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen. I didn't see it at first, and that's why I said he could have been lying about that. But then no, it looked like she
see
was
now
rushing up.
he should have been
It
breaking
looked.
it up. He didn't have to put his hands on her. And at the end of the day, no one should be hitting anyone. Period.
Exactly. You're allowed to say whatever, and even if it's in a disrespectful manner, in a bad situation, you're allowed to speak your point of view.
And every church that
What you're
I've
not
been
allowed
in,
to do is put
from
your hands on
Catholic,
another person.
exactly. And every church that I've been in,
Mhm.
Well,
they've
I'm a
had
woman,
ushers to
right? And
break
they
it
told
up,
us.
to break up
Right.
any
Where was
issue.
the ushers?
Well, I'm a woman, and I'm telling you that if somebody was rushing, and there's one thing to argue, but if I feel like you rushing towards my people or up against the wall with kids, because she was up sitting up against the wall arguing with the kids. She had the kids there at the church with her. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna do the same thing to her neck. You getting up out of here. Straight like so you can say whatever you want to say. And y'all be probably saying I should have kept my hands to myself too. But I don't play that. Too much stuff is happening just out the just random blue. And I ain't with the surprises.
Now,
I'm
But
sorry.
you know, and
let
you're
me
in a
say this.
situation.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off, Estelle, but let me say this real quick because I know somebody is about to make this a black thing. Do not make this a black thing. When
Who
there's
who
people
Who?
going to
who? I was say who?
when people no, because it's always you see that's why black people can't do nothing. Black people can't have nothing. We can't even go to church. Yada yada
I
yada.
don't
Before
that
someone
wasn't
even
what my
takes it.
conversation. Listen,
No,
my
no, no, no. I'm
conversation had
not
nothing to
saying.
do with no. Oh, I thought something over
No, I'm
there.
not
Listen, my
accusing you. I'm not.
okay.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying before anyone takes it there, I just want
Okay.
to say that like go
You're breaking up
into
so bad.
like people from mosque.
You're
No,
breaking
I
up.
was stuttering a little bit. I was
Oh,
stuttering a little bit. That was
It's
me trying
okay.
to get my thoughts together for a second. I was like, don't forget
you sound like you in
that
a
people
mall
will
or
leave
something.
mosque and go somewhere. Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't forget people will leave mosque and then go do some like unaliving of themselves and everybody in the middle of Walmart or some BS. So, like, it's not just us that and things like that. And
Everybody's
I've been
crazy.
in
I get it. Everybody's crazy.
exactly,
Right, right.
and even I even been into like like synagogues and stuff like that and seeing issues and fighting, and they all have ushers.
Mm-hmm.
So where are the ushers?
Well, they acted to me from what I see from the camera like they was not even concerned about helping the situation out. They should have ran up so that he didn't even have to take it there himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
I went
almost
to a
like
Jewish
Exactly.
wedding
he was
once.
on his own.
I went to my friend's Jewish wedding, and the men and women weren't even allowed to sit together. They had the men on one side and the women on the other side, and there was a fight. But there were people there to break it
Mm,
up.
How is still fight?
right. Well, his ushers wasn't doing all that, and I think that's what's also kind of messed up. They to me they put him in an awkward situation because if the ushers were to intervene, which
Right.
that's what they're supposed to do, I don't think he would have did that. I don't
He
think he would have
wouldn't.
did that. I
This would
think he
never
would have been.
happen. He
I
wouldn't
think
have
he
a
would have been.
lawsuit on
He would
him.
have been humble. He would have been humble, and he would have been like, just like he offered to come up. He would have still been humble, and he would have went on with his services. But because they weren't helping him, he took the stuff into his own hand.
Well, I mean, if you looked at the video you showed, it wasn't that many people in the congregation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
Why is that?
Because half of them was probably, I don't know.
They was probably rooting for the fight. Like, get him. Like, get him.
Right. I don't know, but that's crazy, man.
Like I want to hear the whole story. Like, why was she up there? Like, what pissed her off? All that.
I'm gonna do my due diligence on that. Okay. This is just what I wanted to say about what I saw with my own 2 eyes, and I know, I was doing. Matter of fact, that video, YouTube gave me problems with that video.
Why?
And I didn't even play like with the big channel holder had played.
Right.
I had like blurred it out and everything. Yeah, because it's not suitable. So I had to take out the clips with the videos with the screaming. I had to take out the
right. Because I heard that. Like anytime a woman is screaming, just let it go. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, just back up.
Yeah, but somebody could be screaming because they're having fun too. It could be on a roller coaster. So, they just got some like I said, they just have very sophisticated algorithm systems, and they can still tell if it's somebody on a roller coaster or if somebody's being,
I think we could all tell the difference.
All right. I get what you're saying, but anyways, I was trying to share the information because it's something that should be shared in the community.
Right.
And I'm trying to tell you what I'm telling you, as to say to you, when I tell no cussing, you can't do this, it's not me doing this, because you see how easily YouTube messed with me about an awareness video. I was spreading awareness of how real this is, what women are going through behind closed doors, and they were messing with me on that video. That's what I'm trying to say to you. And I think that's kind of messed up. That was an awareness video. And I didn't show anything that would have exploited what that woman was going through or anything like that. I blurred out things that I thought were inappropriate. And that was, I don't understand why they would even.
Are you still in the yellow or the red for that?
I'm in the yellow. I'm in the yellow. So I have to wait till Lord knows when it'll be out. Because I took the audio out. Huh? Okay. I didn't hear you what did you say?
No, I said okay, because I was asking about what's in the yellow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till they monetize it. So I took the video part out where I showed you guys what was the conversation and what happened. I took those little clips out, and that's it. So once they see that they're out, they'll put it back in green.
Okay.
But yeah, it's sad. It's gonna be a lot of awareness videos that I'm gonna have up on this platform. It's not gonna be Nature Boy content. And people are gonna, not people on here, but YouTube's gonna have to understand we got to get this information out. We can't censor everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially not no DV
You know
situation.
What?
I'm listening.
What is the connection with this man and Red Run?
Why?
Because someone told me that he was connected to Red Run, or somebody he was having beef with recently was on Run's house or something. Because I be feeling like...
I think I read that. I
be feeling like, like they be putting out these stupid little psyops to really distract us. Because
I think that she was too. I think that she was part of it. Yeah, but as a woman, that's what she falls short and was wrong. Don't put yourself in no beef like that with no men. She could have got really
but I say that because what's going on with the stock market right now is really ridiculous. Like, we about to have like a real great depression right now. Okay. And I don't say that flippantly, like it's something let me ask you a question.
Did you hear about the real estate in 2023 is gonna crash?
Oh yeah.
Everything is crashing. It's not just the real estate, like literally everything.
No, like on some great we were talking about housing, and the lady said that the real estate market is about to crash. That's why I asked you.
And I say everything, SL, because literally everything, and it's because of the stimulus and the PPP loans, they gave everybody all this money, and then everybody like bought up all this stuff so that everybody is rich. So we all driving Teslas and have all this wealth and flossing and glossing.
Where's my
and this
Tesla?
is the same. I'm saying this like, like just to be like, facetious, but this
Right.
is exactly what happened during the Great Depression. Like, I'm not
Mhm.
saying this on some conspiracy tinfoil hat stuff, but this
No,
is
I
Right.
know.
exactly what happened is that they gave everybody all these like bank loans when they was doing you remember when your
Because it was
grandma used to be like, oh, let me give you like your savings bonds?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. My grandmother
They
gave me
did
mine. Yeah.
this they did this with the savings bonds mess back in the day too, like way back in the day when that first came out and when credit first came out.
Mhm.
And then it got so bad when everybody was trying to cash in their credit, the banks could not they didn't have no money left to give people when people were trying to take out their money.
But you
Oh
know what?
wow.
They when
That's
the
what happened to the
pandemic
great that's what
when the
happened during the Great Depression.
but listen, the pandemic when that came in, they gave out all that money, but they wanted to do it because they wanted to stimulate the economy
They had
because
to.
everything went on hold. Right? They wanted them to take that money and put it back into the economy, and that's what
Yeah.
was the reason for them giving us all that money.
Now everybody's in debt
No,
Now
right?
everybody's in debt. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because we
and
owe
all
them and
that
they
that's why
owe them. They owe somebody else.
that's why
And
that's
half
why
of them
milk
didn't go
is
back to
like
work.
in some places a gallon of milk is $10 a gallon.
I went to
Where?
Home Depot and got a 16-ounce Dr. Pepper. It was $2.55
No, that's
If you go
unheard
to
of.
like San Diego and stuff
in
like that,
Home
it's like
Depot.
ridiculous.
Mm.
In some
So
places
I
in
said,
California, a gallon like gas was like up to $7.
I
listen,
know. I
when
heard
I was
that.
in Home Depot, right, I was like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. This is $2.55. But I already paid for it, so I didn't want to be, an a-hole and be like, I want my money back, because then she would have had to call over me. I said, I don't want to do that to her. I want to get my $2.55 back. Because I don't drink soda all the time, so it was a treat. So I said, well, I ain't going to get no other one for $2.55. This is my last little Dr. Pepper in here. But
And
that's
they have
crazy.
little things like I was looking at like I just came out of Walmart and remember they used to have the little soda, like I don't drink soda either, but I know that the little 50 cent, they used to have the little soda machines and they used to say 50 cent
Or 35 cents
cans
on
of
it.
soda.
Yeah.
And I used to laugh because I used to be like, oh, I haven't seen a 50 cent soda machine since I
Yeah,
was
it got old.
little. And now
Mm-hmm.
I like glanced at it on the way out the other day and that shit said, oh, sorry, SL. And it
Please,
said
yes.
75 cents. And I was
Wow.
like, oh, so they even boost
75?
that up. Yeah, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
they even boost that up.
Now,
So
that's
I'm
still not
like,
that bad, but it's probably gonna go
it's
up some
not,
more.
but still, like everything is going up. So I think they put in stories like this that really, at the end of the day, don't have nothing to do with the price of tea in China to
Right.
like distract us.
It's
Because if
Mm-hmm.
all
you
a
notice,
distraction if we not
Mm-hmm.
solving the problem. It's all a distraction.
Let
like
me
look
ask
at
you a
this
question.
this Ray J R Kelly. I mean, Ray J R Kelly. This Ray J,
And Little
Kim
Kim, I mean, and Kim
Kardashian beef.
Kardashian. Yeah.
Kim, yeah. At the end of the
I'm gonna
day,
talk about that tomorrow, and that's funny you brought that up. I'm bringing that up
yeah.
tomorrow. That's funny because I heard some stuff on that yesterday. I was listening to it on the channel holders page. A big channel holder, not in this sector. But let me ask you a question: do you think Bishop Lamar is gonna go do some time, or is just gonna get sued?
He
Sued.
gonna get sued or they gonna drop it after a discussion. But I want to know what's her beef with him. There's a beef, and I want to know about that.
Right. That's what I
There's a
want to know
reason
about
why
too.
she was there, trying to get in his booty.
Mm-hmm.
That was her job. It's his
Somebody
job to see
sent
the
him.
devil. He saw what she was, and he didn't take care of it like he was supposed to as a pastor. I don't care about your past. You overcame from your past. You're on a different position. You're supposed to handle yourself on that position as a pastor.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Deaconess, handle this. No, you don't.
You're funny. She says, "Take it." Oh my God! Yeah, he shouldn't have because he put himself in an awkward situation. But at the same time, he should have got on them ushers or whatever they call them. Because
He didn't
why are
have
you
any.
there if you? Oh, yeah. Well, no.
Remember, he didn't have. I saw
Well,
that
you know
crowd. It
what?
wasn't a crowd.
Well, you not wanting to have ushers there is why you in this predicament right now. Then trying to tell you, yeah, that's why he's in this predicament right now, and it's a damn shame.
Yes, it is. I want
He
to know
probably
what
gonna have to pay us
happened.
some coins to that girl. He gonna have to give us some
Exactly,
coins.
and that's what their job is. That's what the devil's job is, to get your money to bring you down, and you
Mm-hmm.
allow the devil to do your job. So, how much of a preacher are
And
you?
you, I'm about to say, if you're a preacher, you should know that. You talk about it all the time.
How much of a preacher are you? And I heard one of his sermons, and it was pretty good. It was uplifting.
That's what I said too in my commentary video. I did a premiere today. I said I watched his Sunday sermon this week, that just yesterday, and I said his sermons are good.
It was really good. You sure it was his?
I was on his Instagram page. He was in his chair, unless it's a clone, and it was him preaching.
You're allowed
could
to
have been
be
somebody
human.
else's.
In most religions, you're allowed to be human, except in that religion. You're supposed to be on a pedestal. Even if you're human, you're supposed to be beyond those type of mistakes. And I'm only speaking as
he said. No, she said no usher and no chorus. And only 11 members. You're lying.
You counted too? I counted too. I was trying to be nice. Thank you, ma'am.
Let me see. I'm gonna look at that again. Oh man, y'all are bad.
I counted the people.
Y'all ain't doing right.
That's why I said you sure it's his. Something in the milk ain't clean. My trust is very thin these days. He could have boosted that sermon off of anybody on the internet.
So you think that he did a Donald Trump, like Donald Trump's wife when she did her little what was it, her speech, but it was Obama's wife's speech. Yeah.
It was
You think it was one of those? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, I get it now. Yeah.
Think about it. How many Christian preachers are there just in the country, not even the world? Just think about it in America.
A couple 100,000, right?
I would say 1 million. I think more.
Personally, I think every pimp that retires, they turn into preachers, but that's my personal belief.
So right here, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay, I can't count. Right.
18. Oh. Ooh, I'm just counting out loud. I'm sorry.
I thought it was 11, so I can't count.
I'm saying I'm looking at the people over on the side over there with
right. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, I seen them moving around like little ants. But yeah, that don't look like a church to me.
How many preachers? How many Sundays? How many sermons? How many years? So where's he getting his money from? They say online. He has people online that watch his service and donate.
Oh wow!
Everything is digital nowadays, and people stop going to church like that. So
and you make big money on social media doing it that way. So yeah, you're right.
But like I said, people have him as a psyop, so he could be having a big brother pay for him. To sit here and distract us because our comedy is about to crash.
Everything is a distraction if we're not solving the problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if he's connected to Red Run, who was on MTV, I'm telling you, nothing is a coincidence. I know I sound real tinfoil hat.
You on point. You good.
There's a reason why he's on even the real TV. Like why? Like, come on now.
He's organized. He doing some little shifty things.
They just don't give you the mic, for no reason.
Right.
You ain't that special.
He got his hands in many things. Many things.
Jim Carrey and Batman. I swear he looked like the Riddler to me.
The Joker.
He looked like the Riddler to me. Remember when Jim Carrey had on that blazer?
He said he makes his money from real estate. Yeah, right. Well,
now it's real estate all of a sudden.
Yeah, real estate ain't doing too good now, so he ain't making it from real estate.
And he had that open case with that little boy that was essayed.
Stop playing.
Say that again.
Y'all didn't hear about that?
No.
That was what? Don't say that. Don't
look at the comments. I know essayed. That's why I know.
Oh wait a minute. You talking about Sauna
assaulted.
Oh, assaulted.
Yeah, he was. I don't know if the SADA it was on the case. I didn't read the whole case but it's still open too. He was talking about real estate on one of his properties. A 19-year-old I still call him a boy because 19, you still a kid in my eyes,
Yeah,
even though
exactly.
legally they say you're adult.
Right.
There's an open case. A boy was assaulted in an actual manner on one of his properties. He says the house wasn't built yet. This was in North Carolina, but there's a deed for the property.
Mm-hmm.
And the other channel I was watching we're trying to still get to the bottom of this. Now, some people from North Carolina said that you can have a deed before the house is finished. I said maybe because you know a lot
That's
of
possible.
Southern black men work on houses. I was like, this is probably and they drink a lot of beers and they get like they get raunchy when drunk men get together. I was like that older teenager was probably on this property with these older men, and who knows what went down. He's probably building a house with these older men, but the whoever's channel it was, the girl whose channel it was, she was saying no, there's a deed for the house, there's a deed for the house. But then someone in the comments was saying, well, in North Carolina you can get a deed for the property before the house is built, because she said there
Right.
was a deed for the house in 2006. But he said the house was in. There's a lot of empty. There's a lot of holes in this rabbit
Doesn't
hole.
mean,
Basically,
Right.
a lot of
he could have
burrows.
had the property since 2006 and still didn't build a house yet.
That's
Right.
what I figured.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I knew something about him. Like I listen to my intuition. Something. As soon as I saw that first video, I was like, nah, he's not who he said he is.
His energy is
It's a
funky.
cover.
You know
You
what
think
he?
it's a cover up? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
For
Mm-hmm.
other
You
stuff
know
he's doing. I
Right.
get it. I
Right.
know what you're saying. I get it. I'm starting to get it.
He got the energy of them dudes that used to come in the beauty shop and sell like bootleg CDs and DVDs.
Stop.
That's the energy he gives me. Like that kind of like scumball energy, but you can't like always like smiling and you can't really place your finger on it.
Yeah,
Or he's in a
exactly.
bar always trying to buy everybody a drink and you just like,
I,
oh, here comes Charlie.
I thought
God.
that
Hi, Charlie. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the grip was like expert grip when he gripped her from the back of her head,
Like
like he
he's
was
done it before. Like he's done it before. That
right.
grip was like
Like,
he's
no,
done it before.
he practiced that.
He been
Practiced
there
that.
before. He been there before. Mm-hmm. He
I'm
been
pretty
there
sure his wife
before.
know that grip.
Because she probably got gripped up too. Gripped up and ripped up. I thought that was Larry Reid's story. Whitehead was so-called exposing that story the other day. You gonna see a lot of Whitehead. He gonna try to keep himself in social media so that he can be in the bushes or in the front row to see what's being said about him so he can try to clean it up. He's on some damage control right now. He's trying to make this go away, but it ain't gonna go away. It ain't going away.
maybe I got it mixed up, Rochelle. I gotta check again because I kept getting the two mixed up. You could be right. I could be wrong.
So
He's still a scumball.
I don't know.
I gotta double check
before. I can't. I got to do my research before I start saying that because you can't. I can't be like we're on a platform right now. Listen, we're on a platform, right? We're on a platform right now, and y'all know more about them. I just know from the instant from what I see. I have to do my due diligence. See, my mother raised me. Just because that person don't like that person, right? You're not a follower. You're a leader. So you have to see this person out for yourself before you make that judgment. So once I do my due diligence fully, you know what I'm saying? Then I can make an opinion on how I view him. But I don't know his life story. But I know that there's things about him that are not good information that I have heard. And he's a preacher, and it's not giving preacher vibes right now.
Right. Don't
you feel what
too
I'm saying?
holy to me.
I'm giving him the side eye. But if there's any truth in that the wife was and the kids were at threat, because you don't know, she could have had a knife on her. I don't know. I would have panicked. And I honestly, I would have grabbed her too. I don't know how I would have grabbed her, but I would have tried to get her away from that area. Get away from my family. Going on over there. I would have pushed her something. Get away. Don't go over near my kids.
You would have went in like a pimp. Like, let me tell you something, hooker. Like
I wouldn't
grab that back of the neck.
I'm not saying I would have did all that. I'm just saying I would have made a barricade so she wouldn't be walking up on my wife and my kids and pull out something. I'm not talking about maybe not a gun, but some type of knife or something.
Right.
No, I'm not taking that chance like that.
But he was aware of that when he asked her to come to the pulpit.
And he shouldn't have did that, so he played himself on that too.
Right. He was like, this woman could have a gun. You just was robbed a couple of Sundays ago. This woman could have had a weapon, but you're going to ask her to come on up to the pulpit.
Right. That don't even make no sense. That could have been a setup right there to get robbed.
But then you were scared. Then she might have a weapon. That's when you realized she might have a weapon. So you grabbed her from the back of her head. Sir.
Exactly. Everyone that's in this live, welcome, welcome, welcome. The people in the chat, if you forgot to hit the like button, please do so. And also the people in the bushes, could you also leave a like or dislike? They're all welcome. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I was feeling, I said what I said off of emotions, because I feel like this. If that was happening to my family, and I don't know what this lady's intentions was, I mean, to walk up on someone you don't know and just be yelling and carrying on, you don't know what's coming next. And I'm the type of person, I don't want to have to live with regrets of me not doing anything.
Right.
And something happened, then I got to live with that for the rest of my life. So I would have had to do, I wouldn't did no gorilla pimping on her, grabbing her by the neck like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I would have been the shield. I would have shielded myself that, you know, hurt me, but leave my family out of it.
Why did he call her up to the pulpit?
Because he's stupid. Because I don't know why you inviting trouble up to the pulpit. And
exactly. His palm was itching. He ain't smacked a female in months. His palm was itching, and he was just like, come on.
Right. It's all entertainment for me. I learned a long time ago not to get emotionally invested in anything on this network or TV. I believe only what I can prove. That's how I am too.
I like that.
That's why Rochelle, that's why I said, listen, I'm not gonna get into you true alchemy, okay, and girlfriend over here, y'all think he's a jerk. I ain't saying that. I ain't gonna be the Three Musketeers. I have to do my due diligence.
Right.
And I'm not getting emotionally involved even when I do my due diligence. I just want to make sure what I'm saying is in my opinion, but it's in my opinion because I've done my due diligence first. And I'm not just saying
I don't think he's a jerk. I don't know that man. I don't like his energy. That's what I'm saying. From what I know about him,
I'm willing to apologize if it comes out that he was a good man. I don't have no problem with apologizing, but I smell pimping. I smell pimping.
I smell gorilla pimping. Listen, but I don't think that you have to apologize because, like Rochelle said, at the end of the day, this is just social media. This ain't your real life. You don't got to apologize for nothing. He showed a side of himself that wasn't a preacher. And he was being inappropriate. Now, I did admit that if he was doing it, if it was the truth, that he felt like his family was in jeopardy, and like you said, wasn't nobody helping him, then I feel as though, say, you have to do what you got to do. And you even said too, Saint Husband, let me go scroll up before you came on. You said, where's it at? And I agree with you. I'm trying to find it. Wait, what's it? It says, don't start no, won't be no. Yeah,
don't
so
start no.
Won't be no. Exactly. And that's how
we from the Northeast. It's cold. You can't be outside too long in the winter. You ain't got time to talk too much. And, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Won't be nothing. Yeah, look at you so funny.
It's that simple. It's that simple. And at the end of the day, it's not even about men. It's bigger than men shouldn't hit women. People shouldn't be hitting each other.
Period.
Yeah.
That's
at the end of the day, people should not be hitting each other. And another thing is like, I wish like some people need to just pause for a second and remember that these preachers, these leaders, these chiefs, these gurus are not walking around with no halos over their head. Yeah, they're not walking around with no halos over their heads.
Oh yeah, no question. No question. I'm gonna tell you something. Gargett, I'm gonna tell you something. I thought he was a smart dude. I thought that he was the opposite of Nature Boy, but he got
that broke my heart.
Yeah, man. I thought he was a smart, intelligent dude. And then when I started seeing it, people were sending me videos of him in the bathroom doing stuff to himself and messing with 17-year-old girl, and then and then what happened with you?
Better, ma'am, better your heart than your kitty cat. Broke my kitty cat.
I know it, and that's crazy. She said, broke my kitty cat. You so funny.
Not even when I wanted to follow him. It's just that I was having like intelligent conversations with the dude,
Yeah,
and
that's
like I
why
thought he was a good
like,
father and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, man. They were like, his father from the truth. Father from the truth. But some people, he puts on a good facade. He puts on a better facade than Nature Boy does. But once you start to get to know who the real person is, you start to say, oh, that's why he was on that little, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know
it only took me a good 3 days. I'm like, wait, what? You want to do what?
Well, see, you was in his presence. We're on cyberspace. So
yeah, so it's different.
Right, it's different. You got the whole experience.
It's way different. Like he just did a speech about 40-year-olds dancing to kids' music. You did not jump out the car almost on the highway dancing. Sir, I saw this with my own eye. You just lying.
But you got the whole experience in a hospital appointment. You know what I'm saying? To the doctor's office. That's crazy, man. I was like, what? He talks about healing with foods and let thy food be the medicine. And here you walking around with something. Like, come on. Like, and you don't even, and he just, to me, it tries to be too much like Nature Boy. And then for you to be walking around with that in you usually a man can automatically know when they're, burning. They doing the same thing. What is that? You think that's cool? Nature Boy gets burnt and walks around for a year and a half with it, so I'm gonna do it. No, you got to go to the clinic and clear that up. Now, after you take all the penicillins and all that, and you clear it up, then you use thy food as your medicine.
Those like certain STDs, it's self-healing. After a while, it goes away. Not all of them go away.
What do you mean self-healing? What are you talking
about? Certain STDs will go away after time, and most of them will stay in your body to the point where you're malaria. I think it's chlamydia. It actually goes away after a certain point of time.
Well,
a BV
BV,
but that's not STD.
That's not STD.
Right. Right, but that'll go away naturally after a certain point of time. But they don't all go away.
For me, if I had something like that, it would go away because I'm going to the hospital.
Exactly.
That's the way it's gonna go away.
Exactly.
I'm not playing with my life or my body like that. Because you never know. Because see, people have to understand.
Because some of them morph into other things that haven't been discovered yet, especially if they sitting in there together.
Malia.
Malia.
I was about to say Malia.
And then some of them seep into your brain and like distort like your thinking. Like was it Al Capone? Was it Al Capone?
Syphilis. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what happened to him. Yep. Hey, Queen T, how are you, sweetie? How are you? It says, no, it doesn't go away naturally. You need, that's what I said. I never heard of it
penicillin. Right.
You need penicillin, like I said. I don't know about that. I wouldn't even play with that. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? But listen, I'm about to get off. I don't stay on here too long. I'm about to go get my little eat on because I have not ate since 5 o'clock yesterday. So I'm not even hungry. It's weird because your body eventually after a couple of, for me, because I fast a lot for years. So I'm not hungry, but because I know I can eat, it's like food time. But right now I'm not even hungry, and I haven't ate in 23 hours. I'm not
That's
hungry.
Good.
When I get that food in front of me, I'm gonna be hungry.
But I heard that our body's programming. We're eating less because we about to go through something as a people.
No, that's not why.
Can I just say something really quickly?
That's not why. Go ahead.
Can I say something really quickly? Don't just because I am an herbalist by trade, I do study herbs. Don't just take Google's word for answer. You can't just Google a lot of things because there are a lot of. No, when I say things, I'm not talking about SL don't, or I'm not just saying it directly to y'all. I'm saying it just for general and then for people that listen to this. Like I don't want y'all to take Google's word for things because there's a lot of factors that Google just don't generate when y'all just type questions into Google, because things like your age, weight, and all that stuff, height, and all stuff, your blood type, too, but also like your environmental, people forget about the environmental factors are very important too, like where you live, climate, like all that stuff, like how much Moisture is in the air. Because since I moved to Vegas from New York.
Girl, listen, girl. I said I'm about to cut this short. I got to prep my food. I'm about to eat.
Okay, boo.
I'm not being mean
She's
to
not
you.
playing.
I don't play. I gotta cook. I gotta cook something real quick on the stove. I prepped everything, but I'm about to eat.
That's
enjoy.
funny.
Everything you're saying, Hudson, is 100% true. But I gotta eat. So listen, y'all, hit that. I'm sorry, I gotta eat now. Listen, hit the like button on your way out, and thank you for joining this live. You've been very supportive. Says enjoy your commentary and panel. Been sub for a while. First time on a live for a live.
That's
Peace.
good.
Peace. Thank you. Thank you for your support, sis. You have a blessed day. And I love you, True Alchemy. You my sister.
Yes, I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Same
okay.
time.
All
Bye.
right, baby. All right, bye-bye.